Today we're going to be making frittata, which is going to contain mushrooms and spinach. On a frittata you can basically put any filling you want. I particularly like this one because it's very light, it's healthy, and I'm a big fan of spinach and mushrooms, onions, all that stuff. And then we're also going to make a bean salad. So, in a non-stick pan, if you have, if not, you can use a regular pan. You want to put about a cup of olive oil, get it nice and hot. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some diced onions. And we're going to start sauteing those. And we're also going to add some sliced mushrooms. You can buy them pre-sliced or you can slice them yourself. And we're going to add that with the onions. And we're going to let that saute. You just want to get it to where the onions start to brown a little bit. And then we're going to start working on the next thing. So, while that's browning, let me shut this down. Okay, so in a bowl, I got about a dozen eggs, large. We're just gonna mix them up, scramble them nice. And then, once they're scrambled, we're gonna add just a little bit of heavy cream, maybe about half a cup. It just fluffens it up nice when you cook it. And we're going to mix that with the eggs. If you don't want to use heavy cream, you can use milk. You can use 1% milk, you can use 2% milk. I like the heavy cream, I like the richness for it. So, we got the onions and the mushrooms sauteing up. We'll let those go for another minute. Now, to your egg mixture that I put the heavy cream, we're going to add a cup of grated cheese. And we're going to mix that all together. If you don't want to use Pecorino Romano or Parmesan cheese, you can use shredded Swiss, you can use shredded cheddar, you can use American cheese, you can use Gouda, you can use mozzarella, you can use whatever you like. I like the grated cheese, old-fashioned Italian recipe, the way my mother used to make it when I was a kid. So, now you got your onions and mushrooms, nice color to them. I got about 4 cups of spinach, which is 1 bag of baby spinach. So basically, we're just going to add this right in. And we're only going to add it until it's about wilted. You don't want to overcook the spinach, otherwise it's going to get very dark in color. Sorry, that's what I was looking for. And we're basically just going to saute this. The spinach doesn't have to be completely wilted. So, just like that. And then we're going to take this mixture and we're just going to put it right in the pan, right on top of all the sauteed stuff. To this, I'm not going to put any salt because the cheese has plenty of salt. I'm just going to put a little bit of pepper. And we're going to let this cook for maybe about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to put it in the oven and we're going to finish it off. So that's basically the frittata for now. And we'll start on our next project. So, got myself a nice large bowl. We're going to make a bean salad. I know with this pandemic and everything, I'm sure everybody has tons of cans of beans, all different kinds. You know, there's only so much rice and beans and pasta fazool you can eat every day. So, I particularly like beans. A lot of people do, some people don't. But if you do have chickpeas, cannellini beans, kidney beans, and cut green beans, what I do is I make a bean salad, which I'll show you how to do now. So, just keep an eye on my frittata. She's going good. All right. So, in my bowl, I drained chickpeas, cannellini beans, and kidney beans, and then I just rinsed them a little bit with some cold water because a lot of that, the brine from the beans are very salty. So I only use that brine when I'm making like a soup or something. Otherwise, I rinse them off. So, chickpeas in a bowl, cannellini beans in a bowl, kidney beans, and I have cut green beans. You could use green beans, you can use peppers, you can use asparagus, you can use French beans, you can use corn. I just particularly like the green beans in this salad. I'm going to add that to that. Okay, now, behind me, right before I made the frittata, I had a half of red onion, diced up, and 3 cloves of garlic, all minced. I mixed those together with a little olive oil, and I just sauteed it just a little bit so the garlic isn't so pungent, and I'm going to add that right to the bean salad. When the outer, going back to the frittata for a second, when the outer edge of the frittata starts to look like it's cooking, you'll see it. When you do it, it's kind of hard for me to show it this way, but when it looks like it's starting to form an edge, you're done with that. In an oven, 400 degrees, you're going to put your pan. Hopefully you have a pan that you can put in the oven. If you guys don't have a pan, you can do this instead of sauteing it on the stove. The same exact recipe I gave you, you can put into like a half catering tray, a little oil on the bottom, put everything inside, saute your vegetables, mix it up with the eggs, and then just throw it right in the oven. That's going to cook in there probably about 8 to 10 minutes or so. So, back to the bean salad. So, I added all my beans, my sauteed onion, garlic. I already had the olive oil with the saute, so I'm not going to add any more. Then I got about a cup of feta cheese. You don't have to use feta. You can use goat cheese. You can use, again, the mozzarella. You can use, I wouldn't put cheddar, but some people might. Swiss. You don't want to put cheese at all, you don't have to. And this, I like the feta cheese. It's got a nice flavor with the beans. So I add that feta cheese to that. Then I'm going to add a little bit of dried oregano. If you have fresh, you can use that. If you don't like oregano, you like basil, you can use basil. I like oregano in this dish. Red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar, and what you're going to do is just put a little dash. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in here. I'm not going to put any salt. Again, the beans already have salt, especially if they're canned. And the feta cheese will be more than enough salt in here. So this is just a nice, quick, easy, refreshing bean salad, especially for the summer. Put it in your refrigerator for an hour or two. It's awesome. And basically, I'm going to plate up the bean salad. And it looks like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. Very refreshing. You can, a lot of times, my wife, she'll make this, and we'll put some chopped romaine or arugula, or spinach or mesclun greens, whatever it may be, iceberg lettuce, and this will be the topping of the salad. It's perfect. It already has the vinegar, so you really don't even need the dressing. It's awesome like that. Very healthy, plenty of protein, and better carbs than your bread. And that's the bean salad. Now, back to the frittata, which is almost ready, but not quite. when you're cooking a frittata in the oven, all you want to do is if you have it in a pan, shake it a little bit. Once that middle is cooked, you'll see it's loose, just like you're baking a cake. It's ready to go. You can just pull it out. I'm gonna cut it, let it cool for 10 minutes or so, and then you can serve it. This frittata actually is awesome cold as well. I've done it plenty of times, almost like a breakfast item. I make this for the kids all the time because that's all they eat is this stuff. So it makes it easy. And that's basically it. Okay, so frittata is done. I'm going to show you guys real quick what it looks like. So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically, that's what it looks like. And again, the frittata is a great vehicle, eggs. It's also a great thing for pantry stuff. So, canned asparagus, one of my kids' favorites. Whoever does love asparagus, canned asparagus, grated cheese and some onion or however you want is great here. You can almost put anything you want in frittata. I do the meats, I do the ham, I do salami, all different kinds. So it's really a great vehicle, and again, it's quick, it's easy, and most of the stuff you have in your house. So, I'm not gonna, let me see if I have a dish real quick that's big enough to flip it that I really want to. So basically, on a pan this size, I make 8 slices. I mean, the smaller pans that you have home, I'll probably do like 4. But you can make it any size you want, basically. I'm gonna grab, sorry guys, one plate. Okay.
Wow.
And that's basically what it looks like. Nice, easy, fluffy, not overcooked, and try not to overcook this because it just becomes not palatable, but it's nice when it's still a little bit fluffy. So you want to take it out when it's maybe just a little loose because by the time you let it rest, it's going to continue to cook anyway. And that's the frittata.